Hi, Dub here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series. And today we'll be checking out the work. Well, first of all, I have a big PureRef file here. So over the weekend, I was basically binging lots of artwork on Pinterest. It happens where I just get lost and I keep opening links in new tab. You know, not just Pinterest, but on Twitter, sometimes Instagram. And let me just put this far away. Everything here is kind of like not safe for work. So I'm gonna make this a little smaller so you can't see it. Oh yeah. So yeah, these are some of the pieces that I've downloaded because I just thought they look cool. I tend to do this. It's a bad habit of mine, but I don't think it's going away. So anyway, I have a couple of artists here that I want to share that I found online. Obviously, if you haven't noticed, this is our goddess Freya. I do like the show. Some people have, they don't like it, but I think it's a worthwhile show. It's a very diverse show. I'll say that. So if you watch season 1 to season, by the way, the show name is DanMachi, or picking up girls. Is it okay to pick up girls in a dungeon? It's a pretty fun show, and it's so diverse. Season 1 to season 4, and right now season 5. It's so like. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's so like sad, sometimes it's very like intimate and emotional. Highly recommend the show. And the voice acting is perfecto. And obviously our goddess, Freya. Oh yeah. Oh, look at her. So hot. Anyway, I think I'm going to be focusing on the work of Chuzenji. Chuzenji. Now they do have colored work on their profile. By the way, this is their Twitter handle or X handle, but I'm going to be focusing more on the black and white stuff just because it looks so cool. And I believe I found their work I want to find the piece that got me into their body of work. Let me just... it's a woman with... by the way, I've done these types of videos before where I open up a PureRef file. And I need to be a bit careful because in the past, apparently, people have commented where I keep zooming in and out and it's so like nauseous when I do that. So I'm going to be a bit more gentle with you. So I think it was this piece, right? Oh yeah, it was this piece. So just from the beginning, face value, looking at their line work, it's actually rather thin. If you take away the black, like deep, dark, filled up inks, sometimes it's hard to see. And I think their drawings look best when there's this involved because I do have sketches over here. I'm not sure if this is like an original character or fan art, but for example, like these are actually kind of okay because you do see a little more line weight. For example, I know PureRef has a draw feature here. Control D, I believe. If you look at the lines here, oh shit, right? It's a little thicker than some of the other lines. So I do like that variety. If it's gonna be mostly like line drawing and maybe some flats even, that's fine. However, if you're doing something like this where it's not even, where you do have like a lot of blacks filling in, you don't need a lot of these sort of like thickness in the line work because this will do pretty much most of the work. So can I delete this? What the fuck? Sorry. Can I hit delete? How do I delete the drawing? Oh my god, this sucks. So did I hit erase? Can I erase all of it at the same time? Man, this is such a hassle. How do I just delete the whole thing? Okay, anyway. This requires a little more work, or maybe I'm just not used to it. Wait, why is it still the eraser? Oh, jeez, so complicated. And yeah, I do like it because it's a very cool look. And it's so manga-ish, very comic-ish. Because they do tend to use a lot of like black tones or... in this case, I don't see a lot of halftones being used or any kind of gray value. It's just black and white, pure black and white. And I think it adds a little bit of that balance because if it's all line work, it can look kind of weird. This one is more of like a bunch of sketches they're doing, more like studies. And I think the value here is doing things in ink, right? These are sketches. They're not as well done as, say, something like this. But there is value in doing work like this because you're sort of getting used to being more bold. And you can do this traditionally as well. There's just something about starting with a very hard brush or a pen. And it just gives you that extra bit of confidence. And I think it transfers even when you're doing a line work on top of that original drawing. Since you've already done the line somewhat and you're just polishing that base drawing with something a bit more refined, right? I do like the way they do the hair though. I do see a little bit of that texture in their pencil/pen brushes. It gives that natural feel to their work. Now for this black part, there's more of that paper/canvas texture. These ones, they're just pure black and white. For this one, I think they're using some kind of flat brush with some kind of canvas texture. And I think it works great with their, because even the line work does have its own texture compared to say something like this where they're still using the rougher line drawing, but the black part is just either, I think it's mostly some parts are done with the lasso fill maybe, and then you can still see these parts right here where it's just a basic round brush with a bit of that pen pressure affecting its size, right? Oh, we do have some gray here, but it's very minimal, right? And a lot of their work, their characters are very pretty, which I do like. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. I mean, that's so like hot. Look at the details on this thing. Oh, wow. Now, as you can see, if you focus on this woman right here, look at how it's kind of hard to see her face already, but thankfully, you do have some spots. The boob bag over here, supporting her chest. I think this is some kind of veil. Is it a veil? Some kind of a hood? Maybe she's some kind of nun, a priestess, a magician, a witch. I think yeah. Oh, they're using that sort of square flat brush with that canvasy texture, right? Very interesting. I do like it. Maybe it's not an ink. I think it's more of a hard pencil. But obviously, this is not their first like line work. They have like a base line work, and then they do a more. Look at how refined the face is. Look at how it just swoops in and out. Like these types of drawings take time, so yeah. Definitely, I don't think this person is that fast. I think they do take their time, and look at the results. I mean, look at this. It can go from something a bit more bold like this, right? Even the glove looks nice. Look at the difference or the relationship between the blacks and the white, like the negative spacing. Like you don't always need line work to do the work for you. You can just define the edges of something via a white or black shape. Anything that's light versus dark, you don't always need this sort of line work to do that. Right? And look at how bold the line work is. It's very smooth, very gestural, very confident, very demure. Even this wine glass looks so demure. Right? Oh, the reflections are great too. Like, wow. Kind of hot. Now, this one has a lot of very swoopy stuff. She's kind of like a moose. Right? Some kind of deer thing with the ears and the horns. And yeah, even the eyes are so pretty. The face, the hair, very delicate. With the features, with the folds, even the candles, like there's always like spacing in between. Like it's not always finished. Like it's not closed line work where each line is met by another line. There are some parts where it's empty, but look at how the line work is done. It sort of fades out. It's not like one solid line. A lot of their line work does have that sort of fade out effect. You'll see this a lot with like ballpoint drawings too. Or sketches where they do like to fade out the line work. And look at this. Oh, so here we have like a front view of these characters. Oh, of one character basically, but yeah, the black and white dynamic looks really great. I do see a bit of texture here, interesting. But again, the inking part, it's perfect. And they're using just, again, a basic round brush, right? Let me just find something more. Oh, this one's pretty cool. So we have a couple of sketches here. It's so pretty. So we have, you see a lot of the, let's say the lower half, the body, very confident gestural type of line work, where it's just, you can feel the lines are just more bold. But as you go for the face, it does get a little more refined, more demure, more delicate, right? And you have to pick and choose where to actually put the blacks because you can't overdo it. Look at that. They left the hands white, right? Do you see how many lines are used? Maybe in the beginning to lay things out, but only the lines within the white were shown. In this case, it's going to be the fingers or the edges of those fingers. And it's not even that many. Sorry, but if you zoom out, look at how good that looks. They've even suggested like the frill thingies here. And it's, I forgot, there's a term for it where I think it's frills. Is it? Or lacing. I think that's the word, lacing. Even here in the hands. So she's kind of like a Victorian, is that a word? Or is that a proper term? Very classy, bougie, sort of a babe boss here. Or this chick reminds me of, she's an elf. Take away the ear. She reminds me of that chick from where she lost both her arms. Was it both her arms? She basically has mechanical arms, and she's like this super sort of socially, like she used to fight in a war and she lost her like arms and kind of her boyfie, or basically there's some kind of weird, I mean, I don't mind the relationship dynamic, but anyway. Oh, I like this one. Look at the line work here. There is a bit more weight with their line work for this specific piece compared to say this one. This one, as you zoom out, it does get harder to see. You will see some variety in line weight, but it's not as strong as say this one. I think this is a good example of a good balance. You have some parts where it's just black over here, over here, over here. But in the line work themselves, look at how some parts are just thicker, right? As you go further down, or in the areas in shadow, and some parts are thinner, like in the lines within each major shape. Like there's a nice balance to it. And again, the hair, look at how many like swirly things are happening right now. Here we have like a colored piece. They do have quite a few colored pieces on their profile. I will link their page or their, in the description below. But if you have something like this, I think you're gonna have a good time coloring. Because you don't even have to go that far, like render it to the max. You can just do this where it's a bit more flat. Let me find another piece that's maybe colored. Look at that. So the rendering is not even that complicated for this specific one, but you can tell the base drawing is already kind of good. You're not even seeing her face, but you can just get the vibes. Even the fashion, what she's wearing, the hair flowing out, even the way the shadows of the hair were done, it's so nice. And yeah. So I highly recommend the work of, let me just see this. Bunny girl. Oh, look at that jacket, right? Oh, pretty cool. I will link some similar artists. Right now, I can't really remember them, but I think I've got a few recommendations of artists who are similar to Chuzenji. Damn, look at her legs. So demon girl with a mirror perhaps, or a fan. Again, look at the boldness of her, or this person's, this artist's lines. Very, look at the hair again, the braids. This was a bit more simple in a way. Like the face, the hair is a bit more smoother. It feels quicker. But look at how the shadows were done. Reminds me of some of the sketches I did of Near Automata. I want to do that again. Black and white looks pretty good. Again, they're using that kind of flat brush. Now, this one doesn't have that much texture to it, but it's kind of very close to a rake brush in a way, because you do see a little bit of that spacing between. But yeah, oh, look at, oh, damn. Oh, there's a bird. So anyway, there's a lot more here, but wait, is this their work? Okay. But if we're trying to look for if we're trying to do some black and white drawings, I do recommend the work of, what's their name again? Chuzenji. Really great to look at, lovely work. Oh, this one's a horse. What do you call it? A minotaur? Is it a minotaur or a centaur? Half human, half horse. Look at that. Oh, fuck. Kind of hot. Wood. Oh, here you can see way more of that canvas texture with this flat brush. Oh, look at their signature. I think it's their signature. It's integrated to the artwork. Again, that push and pull between black and white, negative space, right? Where you don't even have to draw the lines. It's a good look. And I think they did add a halftone texture here. Even without it, it would still look cool. And they do have some nice faces. So if you're trying to work on your pretty face sort of proportions, I think Chuzenji is a good artist to study, right? It's not even that finished. It still feels sketchy, but it's so like, it works. And it's hot. Like, I feel like I would blush when I'm, Wait, what's this? Oh, that's her thigh. Okay. Again, sometimes it's hard to see just because of the thinness of the lines. But if you add the blacks, works amazing. Ooh. So we have a deer chick, a moose chick over here. I think we already saw this. Let me just move to a different one. Oh my god. This was a little rougher, more sketchier. The lines are a little more thick and more textured, but this one is a bit more. Oh wow. Hi there. Very demure. Damn, she's kind of a heavy-set woman. Look at the blacks again. Look at how cool this entire area looks, right? The shadows, like you need this artist is amazing. And the hair too, the face, those pretty eyes. Everything is amazing. So I highly recommend the work of Chuzenji. Check her out on Twitter or X. And I'll see you in the next art review. Bye.